The national champion is clad in big orange.
The pitch. Swing and a miss. That's the ball game. The national champion is clad in big orange.
Pat Summit and Destiny have met 7 times before. Tonight is number 8.
Tennessee Volunteers have wrapped up an SEC outright regular season title. Connect with
the SEC runs through Rocky Top. Tennessee wins the SEC regular season crown for the 2nd consecutive season.
the 1-0. In the air, right center field. Rock's on the move. Rock get there. Tennessee walks it off. It's a misstep. Deep range. Come on now. And don't connect. Rocky trying it this time. Indeed. New hand clear. Down the middle. Got it. On the fly. It's high and again. And he's going to take it. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Hey, how much fun is this?
Man, Rocky Top. This is college football and it's absolute best.
It is college athletics at its absolute best. Welcome into another episode of the Fanatics Show. I am your host, Skylar. My co-host, Michael. How are we doing? How are we doing on this Tuesday after Memorial Day, by the way? You want to go ahead and get that out of the way. Anybody that served, have served, the ones who paid the ultimate sacrifice, we salute those families as we remember those fallen heroes. Big weekend, but I hope you did get that chance to see some family and enjoy the extended weekend. But Michael, man, how are you doing?
Man, I am doing fantastic. Cannot complain at all. I mean, we get to talk about some postseason ball tonight,
Yes, sir.
Softball and baseball, and it makes it even sweeter that LSU and Vanderbilt, they're not playing postseason ball. So
right. Another
that's always
piece of
great
news as Tennessee Football 247 chimes in. Rest in peace, Kyle Busch, legend on and off the track, rowdy as he was known. Man, what about that? Are you a NASCAR fan? Did this kind of take you by surprise the way it took me a little bit?
So I'm not as much of a NASCAR fan now as I used to be.
Sure.
I'm not as big.
I would
on all
consider
the new
him
stuff,
in my
but-
lifetime an OG though. You know what I mean?
Yes, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
But yes, it definitely took me by surprise when that happened. But yeah, for sure. Rest in peace to Kyle Busch. Hope that his family is getting all the prayers and support that they need right now as well, because it was definitely sudden.
That's right. But hey, we got a lot to talk about on the athletics side of things. As you mentioned, we are victorious once again. We're going to talk about how that looked. But Michael, would you mind giving us the rundown right after I let you folks know who our presenting sponsor is? And that is P&L Business Services. So we know firsthand that getting your monthly reporting, invoicing, bill pay, taxes, and other essential business services right is critical. That's why at P&L Business Services, we go beyond bookkeeping by providing you with everything you need in your back office so that you can have the time back and the peace of mind to do what you love most, which is building your business. Behind every successful business is a great bookkeeper. Guys, again, if y'all are trying that entrepreneurship, y'all are trying to start that new business, and the customer service is perfect, but maybe you're struggling on the back end. And right now, I mean, we are just past tax season, so you would know exactly just how that went. If it was hectic and you're like, man, I don't know if I could do that again, just go online, go to pnlbusinessservices.com and allow those fine folks out of Oak Ridge, Tennessee to get you taken care of. And then you can keep focusing on what matters, and that is that awesome customer service that you have. So, no, we appreciate you, P&L Business Services. Thank you so much for being a continued supporter. Rhonda, she is in early. Go Vols, go Lady Vols, always, every day. Michael, I'm going to let you give us the rundown because I think you're a little bit more excited to talk about the baseball side of things. Maybe because out of spite or bitterness of another team or teams. But either way, what are we talking about tonight?
So we'll start off with softball because they do play first this week. We're going to talk about the softball Super Regionals, the sweep of Georgia in that Super Regionals, and talk about the matchup upcoming in the Women's College World Series, and just kind of look at the bracket as a whole.
Yeah.
See what the path to a possible national title is for the Lady Vols. Then in segment 2, We're going to talk about the baseball side of things. We're going to talk about the Chapel Hill Regional that Tennessee was put in, how difficult of a region that is when you look at the teams in there. But we're going to talk all about that. In this segment 3, we're going to give who we think is going to be the 5 hardest games for Tennessee football this season. So,
I think this is pretty easy. It's just the order of them will be difficult. But I do think there is a clear-cut 4 hardest games. That 5th one will be intriguing to see who we go with. But yeah. Right on.
So 100%. So let's get right into this as I will give you our segment 1 sponsor, which is Optimal Asbestos Services. Optimal Asbestos Services offers detailed asbestos inspections and air quality assessments. Whether you're looking to secure your home or workplace, you can trust Optimal Asbestos Services to deliver thorough and reliable solutions. Contact Jeff Mull at 865-223-3297 for your consultation today, or go on the web at optimalasbestosservices.com. Skylar, Tennessee softball had Georgia this past weekend in the Super Regionals, and it was a fight. It was a dogfight.
It was.
But the Lady Vols prevailed.
They did.
In both games.
They did.
They're back
They
in
did
the
it the easy
College
way.
World Series.
They did it the easy way. They got it done in 2. My goodness. Did I not think that our leadoff batter would be the story of our offense?
Man, isn't that the
Our
truth?
slap hitting lefty. What a game. What a weekend that Sophia Knight had. Never hit a home run this year. And then
had only hit 1 in her college career before then.
I didn't even know that. I thought she had a couple, but yeah, okay. Even better. She's only hit 1 home run in her career. None this season. She comes out in game 1 and gets a home run. I believe it was a 2-run shot. I can't remember.
2.
Yeah. I think both of her home runs.
This one. This was the leadoff, like to start.
That's right. That's right. It was literally to get ahead. Okay, yeah. She starts the game with the home run because then later in the game she gets a double. Like she had a great game. Like it just the fact that she started out with the home run. I mean, and it was one of those things where like off the bat, kind of like baseball, you like know. And when it came off the bat, I'm like, oh, she wasn't slapping. Like she got all of that one. And lo and behold, that thing went over I loved her reaction, man. Like, because it was a genuine, like, hard out the box. She thought she was just trying to get 2. And then, just her seeing it go over the wall, almost like in like disbelief. As a batter that never hit a lot of home runs, that is like the best feeling ever when you see it go over the wall because it's just
I can vouch for that. Yep. I only hit 1 in my career, and when I hit it, I immediately off the bat was thinking, I'm not going 2, I'm going 3 here because it was deepest part of the ballpark, and I ran first to look up, and I said, oh, that ball went over.
It's crazy, man. It is a great feeling, and so for her to help the Lady Vols start with a lead because, man, I tell you what, I believe the Lady Vols are almost undefeated when they score first. So that helped there. And then obviously in game 2, her being able to follow it up and do it again. And that was the go-ahead and winning home run, if you will. I mean, we won 2-1, and she got a 2-run homer in that second game. So, I mean, it just, what a game, what a weekend for her. But also, I loved what I seen out of the defense and out of the pitching from these two guys. I'm kind of lumping them together, but I feel like it deserves to be talked about as a whole because it was a total effort. But I loved starting Aaron Newer. I mean, I kind of mentioned that I felt like she wasn't a 3. I feel like she was a 2B if you had to put them in order. But the fact that we started out with Aaron Newer in game 1, and then when she started losing that command, I believe in inning 3-ish, maybe back end of inning 2, but I think it was inning 3. You can kind of tell she just wasn't filling it up as much. That's fine. Let's just throw in Carlin Pickens and slam the door. I mean, so, no, Sage Marjeko, absolute dime of a game as well. I mean, just all in all, man, just exactly what you expected out of Lady Vols in this Super Regional. Michael, what are your thoughts?
Man, just a great all-around effort. You pretty much hit everything that you needed to there. Game 1, you go 3 up, 3 down for Georgia in the top of the first inning, and then you mentioned the fireworks from Sophia Knight, and then right after that, Emma Clark with a solo bomb as well. And Georgia did answer back in the second with 1 run off of Carlin Pickens, that being a solo home run. But then after that, zeros across the board in the scoring column for Georgia. They did end up getting 7 hits off of Carlin, but nothing else came across the plate. Tennessee added an insurance run in the 5th. Just great overall effort on the night in game 1. And how important is it to get that game 1 victory in a best out of 3? It's super important.
When they throw the stat up that it's almost nearly 80% of game 1 winners win the series, I mean, I think that's how important it is. I mean, but that's kind of what I was telling you is like kind of in the sense of the baseball terminology. I understand that this is a softball segment, but if you're baseball, you go get game 1. I mean, even if you have to, expend the bullpen, whatever, you just take a lot more pressure off the next game if you can not be in that elimination situation. And the Lady Vols, like I said, they came out, they started Aaron Newer, then they went to KP, but you knew the whole time that you had KB in every game, kind of like a wild card, but Sage did such a good job in game 2, it didn't even matter. So, I mean, it honestly worked out so perfectly. It worked out so perfectly. And the way they did that is the reason why they did KP game 1 is so that if needed, it would be a little bit easier for her to come back in game 3 if necessary. So, I mean, the way that Karen Weekly played the cards with the pitching rotation, the offense literally doing just enough, complete winning formula for the Lady Vols last weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, game 2, Tennessee jumped up in the 2nd inning because
by who?
I believe that was by Sophia Knight.
Second homer of the weekend and of the season.
And that one really was. I think she knew it off the bat too. That one was.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't a surprise.
Well, dude, she's been through it before now, bro. She knew how to pimp it off. Like she was good. Like no, I'm joking. It was awesome, man.
The bats weren't as hot in this game, but you got just enough.
Didn't have to.
You got just enough, and then you mentioned it. Aaron started the game, went 1 1/3, and got into just a little bit of trouble there in that 2nd inning. Brought in Sage Marjetko. Once she went through that lineup one time, and Sage the rest of the way only gave up 1 run off of 2 hits, 2 walks, 9 strikeouts in the contest, just doing her thing out there. And defense backed her up behind there as well. And Lady Vols are WCWS bound for the was this a 3rd consecutive year?
10th total, I know that.
Yes.
10th total time. It's gonna be tough, man. Rhonda brings up, look, Texas, that draw. How are we feeling about it? I love it. I love the fact that we're going against one of the best teams in the nation to start that. Because if you win that game, you almost feel like you can beat anybody. And I know that this Lady Vols softball team already feels that they can beat anybody, but it's also like the momentum of the week. If you can start it off on a win against the 2nd overall ranked team in the nation, I mean, it's just almost like a snowball effect at that point. But I love the draw against Texas. It was going to end up, it was going to have to be pretty much by the odds. It was going to have to be another SEC team that you're going to face because, god darn, we got 5 of them in Oklahoma City. It's pretty crazy what the SEC did in terms of supers. 9 teams in supers and then 5 teams in the World Series. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty wild. What's up, Matt? How you doing, big dog? So, yeah, man, I love the draw. I think it's going to be a fun one. I think I believe they kick it off Thursday. Thursday.
It is Thursday.
Is it earlier in the day though, right? 2:30.
It is. It's noon Eastern is the first game. That's Texas Tech and Mississippi State, and then Tennessee's game will be at 2:30 Eastern.
Speaking of that first game,
yeah,
what a way those 2 teams got in.
So brought up Vandy Chris's comment here.
Yeah.
He says, I know this is a Vol show, but what did you think of all the drama between Texas Tech and Florida? Mia Williams' family being ejected in game 1 and Florida not shaking hands. That was spicy.
So let me first say this as a Tennessee fan. Could care less about both these programs. Okay? Could care less about Texas Tech and how they stole freaking what's her name?
Taylor Panel.
She did a great job. She had a great series. So, I mean, I don't really hate Taylor Panel. In fact, I was on the show saying that, like, I was proud of her. Go get your money. If they're willing to pay you that kind of money, go get it, girl. But I don't like the way Texas Tech runs their athletic program. And I love the fact, side note, their quarterback just got denied eligibility. You know what I'm talking about. So, anyways, back to softball, though. I kind of love it just because I seriously don't care about either program. I think it's very salty of the way Florida handled it, but I literally it's not a surprise to me from that fan base, from that team.
I will say this: there is absolutely going to be a rule change in college softball after this season,
Right?
Because of what happened in there. So,
that's what I'm saying.
for anybody that didn't watch, and honestly, I did not watch the game 3 when all this happened. I found out later about this from my mom and my sister.
Yeah.
So, what Texas Tech did in game 3, they've got 2 really, really solid pitchers. I know one of them came from UCLA. I forget where the other one's from, or she could have been from Texas Tech.
They were also bought. You can just put it that way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All Texas Tech
But,
is all paid for.
But what they did, they started one of them in the circle, and they had the other one as the DH. And the rule is technically in softball, once you substitute a pitcher in, they can only re-enter one time. But that, of course, is if you only have the pitcher in the lineup. But because of a technicality with that, since they had the other pitcher as the DH, basically they just swapped based on the matchups. So if a left-handed batter came
They're
up,
telling me they were playing chess.
They were.
They knew the rule book. I got to give them credit.
They did. You absolutely got to give them credit, but there is going to be a rule change after this season based on this right here.
But I applaud people that can find loopholes and then make the I dislike the guy because he beat us. But who was the Pitt quarterback a couple years ago? He ended up getting drafted to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Kenny
Pickett.
Kenny Pickett doing the fake slide attempt and then catching himself and continuing to run for like another 40 yards in that play immediately changed the slide rule, right? Where the moment you start giving yourself up is when the play's dead. A player just finding a way to make a play, where in this case, this situation, a coach is finding a way to put their team in the best position to win. I mean, I applaud that type of sportsmanship. I really do. And it's a good play on the rule, and it's crazy. I mean, man, the way it all played out, but at the end of the day, on the most dumbed down level possible, it's a game, and there is no reason on earth that you don't shake your opponent's hand at the end of the game.
No, 100%. I mean, you got to do that.
It is a game, and I get it. Even if you think things were done spicy or unethical or anything like that, you can at least hold your head high, shake the other team's hand, and then let Vol Twitter, and I'm just saying Vol Twitter, let the internet, let social media handle the scrutiny, right? But in this situation, even if Florida was in the right, now they look like they're in the wrong because they were being brats at the end of the game. So you just can't do that at the end of the day. And so that's my take. I didn't watch the game through and through, though, so I didn't start from like the first inning to the seventh. I kind of caught some of it. I was amazed by the Mississippi State series with Oklahoma, was glued to that one. And then, and then, that was because Mississippi State game 1 had me glued because I thought they lost it. They gave up like a 3-run homer. Oklahoma went up 9-6, and I'm like, dang, Mississippi State lost it. But then they turned around and still came back and won. It blew my mind. That series was crazy and on its own. But no, sorry, I'm done talking. Anyways, Texas Tech, Florida's crazy.
Yeah. So the bracket.
Let's talk about it.
Starting.
Can you zoom in on this? It's hard to see on my screen.
Yeah. Let me try to zoom in.
Is it hard to see for you guys?
I'll just do one side at a time, then try to zoom in.
Oh, that's beautiful. Whoa.
All right.
That's okay. We can see that.
All right. So game 1 starting at noon Eastern on Thursday, Texas Tech going up against Mississippi State. And then game 2 going to be Tennessee going up against Texas. Obviously, winners will play each other. That's going to be Saturday at 3. The losers will play Friday night at 7. On the other side of the bracket, you have Alabama going up against UCLA. That's going to be Thursday at 7 Eastern. And then Arkansas going up against Nebraska. That's going to be Thursday at 9:30 Eastern. So, Skylar.
Yeah.
When you look at the bracket, obviously these are 8 or 7 very tough teams. When you include Tennessee, it's 8 of them.
Oh, yeah.
But do you feel like Tennessee got the better draw as far as the side of the bracket that they're in?
Without a doubt. You just got to get by Texas. And I'm not discrediting Texas Tech or Mississippi State, but those are the only two non-super site, teams to win, and they're on your side of the bracket. And I almost said Omaha again, but in Oklahoma City. So yeah, I mean Tennessee got a great draw here. You've already beat Texas in a series. Go do it. Go beat them in one game. I think they can do that.
Did we play Texas this year?
I thought we beat them.
I know we played them last year. I don't think we played them this year.
Maybe I'm confusing the baseball team.
Let me pull up the schedule real quick. But I don't think that they played this year.
I lied. Sorry. I'm confusing the baseball program then, which we did win the series.
Yeah, we did win that one.
Because I don't remember a time where we've lost to Texas in like any sport.
It's been a little bit.
I'm just, not that I'm trying to like dig or anything.
Yeah.
I'm just,
LSU, Mississippi State, Florida, Ole Miss, South Carolina, Kentucky,
my fault.
Alabama, and Missouri. So yeah,
go beat Texas one time. Go beat Texas one time. My apologies, misspoke.
Yeah. Now Mississippi State, we did take 2 out of 3 from them in Starkville earlier this year.
Correct. But
actually,
Alabama's got, I think, the worst draw. For them to be the number 1 seed overall, and you got to go through UCLA, and then I'm going to say Nebraska. I think Nebraska beats Arkansas. It's Arkansas's first time. I don't know if they're going to win the first game.
Nebraska, in my opinion, is the hottest team in the country right now.
Exactly, and
they've got Jordy Fromm.
Exactly. Formerly known, Jordy Ball, but
Yep.
married, but married, changed her last name. She is a dog, probably going to carry that team to at least the semis in Oklahoma City. So Alabama having to go back-to-back UCLA, Nebraska probably is going to be tough for them. I think Tennessee's worst-case scenario is you beat Texas, but then you have to turn around and face, I say worst-case scenario, I'm saying like the 2 hardest teams in the first 2 games, is probably Texas Tech. That's not easy, but Texas Tech's beatable, and they give up a lot of runs. So even though we're not great offensively, their pitching's not the greatest. So we gotta keep their offense in check. They score a lot of runs themselves, and I think I love that matchup. By the way, could you imagine?
You talking about the Tennessee-Texas Tech matchup?
If that happened, yeah.
I like that one so much better than I do the Tennessee-Mississippi State because we've seen Mississippi State already.
I agree, but more so the storylines. More so the storylines of you losing your best offensive player to Texas Tech, then you rematch in Oklahoma. And you know what? For Taylor Panel, kudos to her. It clearly didn't matter if she stayed at Tennessee or went to Texas Tech. She still made it to Oklahoma City. But either way, I love that scenario. I think it's going to set up for a great week, man. I'm really excited about. I mean, obviously, you got my sports world aside from football season. This is one of my best weeks, man. We got regional play in baseball, we got World Series in softball, and then dirt bikes, my man. Motocross starts outdoors this weekend. It's a good weekend for your boy Tarp. I'm going to be glued to all the screens.
How many screens, monitors, phones, all that are you going to have up? So.
All of them. My wife's like, why do you have 2 phones? Which I don't anyways, but she wants me to have 2 phones for one work, one personal. But I'm like, I ain't doing that. But I considered it just because it's one more screen I can have to watch games. I'm joking. All right. Anyways, no, man, it's going to be a good week. Tennessee, I do think, has the better draw. One of the best draws I think you could have in this tournament. But you really just got to thank Texas Tech and Mississippi State for that. Knocking off, Florida and Oklahoma. Dude, could you imagine if Oklahoma made it?
If Oklahoma had made it, absolutely, Tennessee has got the worst draw.
Tennessee's got the worst draw. And it's not even that I'm doubting they could still go win it all. But, dude, that would be the hardest route, having to go through Texas and Oklahoma. I mean, 2 of the best in the SEC. And, yeah, that would have been tough. So, no, I really like this draw, but don't want to look ahead. We got to go take care of business against Texas.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to take care of business against Texas, and then from there, you can take care of business against whoever you end up playing against in game 2, whether it be in the loser's bracket, whether it be the winner's bracket. But obviously, best case scenario, you win game 1, you take care of business in game 2, and then you're sitting in the driver's seat going into the game 3 on Monday.
I tell you what, man, Vandy, he's tuned in. all this great softball news. I mean, you just know he's advocating for Vanderbilt to get a softball team at this point, right? Like, there's no way this dude's this into the sport and doesn't even have a team to cheer. Come on, man. He said, "I'm with you, Skylar, except for the dirt bikes. Give me super modified on the dirt track." Ooh, Word of Outlaws. You know what? I'm gonna keep that one in the back pocket, but I may have a surprise for you in a couple weeks. But buddy, I can promise you anything that's motorized and on dirt. I mean, yeah. All right, here we go. I do want to point this out though. Lady Vols, what they've done this year, this season, the season's expectations. This is an absolute accomplishment. They should never not be proud of what they've done this year.
Yep.
However, they haven't done anything we haven't expected them to do yet.
No, 100%. We said at the beginning of the year, it's the World Series or bust. And to be more specific,
championship.
It's championship or bust.
It's championship game or bust. And I hate to put that type of pressure on them, but to be fair, we've been saying that since day one. We said that before the 26-game winning streak. We said all because we knew what Karen Weekly had put together in this team. Now, I got to be honest with you, I didn't realize how young we were.
Well, that, and I didn't know how dominant the pitching staff was going to be outside of Carter Pickens.
Right. So, with that being said, I'm still sticking to the guns, though. Like they've got to go make a run. Like this. I'm proud of them, and they should be proud of themselves, but there is still a lot of work to go do.
Oh, yes. And there's, all the opportunity in the world to go out there and do it because you've got the best pitching staff in the country. And that includes every team that's been put out. You've got the best one that's left.
Yep.
You just have to get enough of the offense because I think you've got one of the best defenses left in the country as well. But you've got to get just enough offense to beat some of these teams. Because other than that, I think you're set.
What about the way the defense played, even with the shuffling of the defense? I mean, Karen Weekly literally the week before, right? She just kind of changing around the infield. Really, I don't think she really did much with the outfield. But either way, I mean, I don't know. I loved it. Getting Mackenzie Butt back in the lineup, whatnot.
You need that bat.
Yeah, exactly.
100% need that bat.
Exactly. So Vandy Chris is on board with the softball team. Unfortunately, that is not what that is going. I have word that's actually Diego Pavia's. That's Diego Pavia's. He actually just purchased into the UFL. I think he's about to have like a practice team or something. I'm joking. I have no idea. I just know he's not going to make it in the NFL. I'm joking. I kind of hope he does. I really do. Like, if I have to put the hating cap aside, do it for the short kings, man. He wouldn't be the only one. I mean, shoot fire. Kyler Murray's shorter than he is, and whatever. It's fine. It worked out for a couple years. Who needs a Publix next to a football stadium anyway? Fact, brother. No, man. So, anything in closing with the Lady Vols softball team?
No, I mean, it's just going to be a fun week of watching softball, seeing what this team can do. 2
big wins. I would be remiss to say that offense could still look a little better. I hate that we had to rely on Sophia Knight. But at the end of the day, your pitching, and we've known this from the beginning, man, the pitching is gonna have you in every game. The defense is gonna have you in every game, but I would still love to have more hits, more runs. That would be great. But at this point, Karen Weekly said it best: doesn't matter how you win, it just matters that you win. And Lady Vols are finding a way to do that.
Yeah. 100%, man. So let's move on to segment 2. We're going to talk a little bit about baseball, but before we do that, I do want to give you our segment 2 sponsor, which is Kaizen Painting. Do you want a colorful life? Kaizen is a painting and drywall company that provides residential, commercial, exterior, and interior services. At Kaizen Painting, we understand the importance of a beautifully painted home and properly installed and repaired drywall. We're here to bring your vision to life. We care about providing you with a personalized, efficient, and quality service. If you live in Knoxville and surroundings, contact us for a free estimate at KaizenPainting.com. Color your life the Kaizen way. So, Tennessee baseball. Obviously, the SEC tournament didn't really go Tennessee's way. You did get game 1 victory against South Carolina. Pretty interesting the way that happened. South Carolina's just a bad baseball team. Didn't you go into the Arkansas matchup? I didn't agree with the decision to go with Evan Blanco instead of Tegan Coons.
That was coming.
That led to, just a lot of other stuff too. I mean, just it was not a good way to it was not a good way for Tennessee to go out, and ultimately you're still in the tournament where Vandy and
you just had to throw that in there. No, man, I knew Vandy Chris was going to be throwing something our way about Vanderbilt not making the tournament. Is that a sign of what you got for me lately type from the committee there? Because Vanderbilt did get the 14 wins in the SEC that is typically the mark, right? And they still came up a little short. Vanderbilt, did they get one and done in the tournament? How did that work?
No, they won game 1 against Kentucky, and then they got put out by
Florida, right?
It was Florida, yes.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. That's a weird topic. It blows my mind that Vanderbilt swept us and we're in the tournament and they're not. Anyways,
I mean, ultimately, I feel like Tennessee had some better wins against better opponents, but
here's what I'll say. If Vanderbilt was playing the sport of basketball and their university was named North Carolina and they were in the same position, they'd still be in the tournament.
Very true.
Anyways, I don't know, man. It's crazy because, in my opinion, there is no way Vanderbilt is not one of the top 64 teams. I understand that's not how they actually see the tournament. I get it. But at the end of the day, you're not going to convince me that Vanderbilt's not one of the 64 best teams in the nation, and they absolutely should be in this tournament. So I will go ahead and advocate and say that. And then I'll also say that with the caveat of Vanderbilt had opportunities to win other games, failed to do so. They looked like crap in other series. I mean, just being straight honest. But in saying it is what it is, and Tennessee, man, doing enough down the stretch. When you have back-to-back series against Oklahoma and Texas, Oklahoma, and you're able to find a way to not just win a couple of games to get to that 14 mark, but to assure yourself by winning both of those series to remove all doubt about the postseason hopes, to even give you a slight glimpse of hope that you could even host a regional. That is something that Vanderbilt should have tried to do a little bit better of, rather than just trying to get to that 14 and then, trying to use history on your side, even though the game is changing every year. And no, kudos to the Vols. Didn't have the tournament that we wanted, but at the end of the day, it's not. Hey.
No idea what happened there.
Hey, but I know what that was, and I'm glad you got it working. That's pretty cool. Cannot wait to do that later. That was a sneak peek, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, we're live, by the way. Check, mic check. Mic check. But no, that's actually really cool. I didn't even know if we could do that, and you never told me that we could. So the fact that I know that's coming later, I'm pretty excited about that. Just heads up, that's coming later. Stay tuned. Yeah. But no, Tennessee Vols doing exactly what they need to do, set them up. I see that you got the regional here pulled up, Chapel Hill Regional. You said this is a tough regional. It is. Every regional, in my opinion, is kind of tough, especially when you're not the one hosting it. However, I do feel like North Carolina is a beatable team.
I feel like they are.
And I feel like their regional almost every year, they never sweep it.
But for me, it's the teams in it.
Yeah, East Carolina's a tough game one. I gotta be honest.
I mean, East Carolina, they've made a couple of College World Series, and they're perennial a very tough team to beat. So to get them in game one of the regional, that's tough. And then VCU, they're not pushovers either. This isn't a not to discount any of these other teams, but this isn't a Lamar right here like what Texas A&M has got. This isn't a Yale or a Tarleton State type of deal where, they're in the tournament. Do we really think they're going to go in there and make some noise? Probably not. No, VCU can absolutely go in and make some noise. This is the type of team that they are, and it's not just baseball. It happens in basketball as well. I mean, they're always a team playing spoiler somewhere, and they actually played spoiler to North Carolina in the March Madness tournament this year. So kind of a full circle moment here coming into the baseball season. But no, I feel like that this is a region that any one of the 4 teams can come out of this, and it would not surprise me.
Yeah. I'm interested to see how we do in the starting pitching. But I do want to go back to a point because it got brought up. I didn't know. I'm not really familiar with Kentucky's game, but it seems like Vandy Chris's biggest issue is the fact that Vandy got left out and Kentucky got put in.
I would agree with that. I would definitely agree with that because not only did Vanderbilt beat Kentucky in the regular season series, they also beat Kentucky in the SEC tournament in game 1 to advance to the next round. So I would completely and totally agree with that.
I say I got to agree with that too. Because if you're looking at blonde resumes, head-to-head should matter. And if it was a decision between Kentucky or Vanderbilt, how in the world do you not look at the in-season results and tournament results that they faced each other, which they did. They faced each other in the tournament. How in the world does that not – how does that not enter the conversation, Michael? I don't understand. I understand RPI is a big thing, I guess, in baseball and basketball or whatever you want to call it. But at some point, how does – and for that matter, I don't even know if Kentucky's was technically better than Vanderbilt's. But either way, I do feel for you there. And that look, I already said I think Vanderbilt should have been in. I do not feel like that they're the 65th or worst best team in the nation. I think that's kind of horse crap. I think Vanderbilt has the talent, especially when they're healthy, to pretty much go out and beat any of these teams on a good day. It's baseball. It's possible. I definitely think they have a better chance of winning than Texas State. Is that down there? Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Washington State? Yep. No. See, this is what I'm saying, and I understand that's not how they pick these regional, but in my opinion, just like in the football playoff, I'm tired of these auto bids, bro. Like, just give me the best teams in the nation. Mm-hmm. Let them duke it out. Don't care about the conference. Don't care about where they're from. It's all going to work itself out. Like the Big Ten, the SEC, like in baseball, the ACC, wanting these auto bids. If you just played it out to the bit, it's all going to take care of itself. You're going to get 5 teams in. You're going to get 20 teams in. If you just freaking played your season and you're the best conference and you truly were, like, it's all going to work itself out, man. I hate that we're trying to bid for the whatever. That's a whole nother soapbox. But anyways, back to this. I'm intrigued on who we start. I don't think we should start Tegan Kuhns. And that's me saying.
I agree.
And that's me saying that knowing that we got to win game 1. So, who do you start? Is it a healthy Lendon Mack? That's my answer. Is it Evan Blanco, who's really inconsistent?
I'm going to say...
Or is it Brendan Arvidsson? Or is it
I'm actually going to
oh my God.
There you go. There you go. That's who I'm going to say. I say game 1 because we don't know the status of Landon Mack right now. Game 1, you go Cam Appenzeller.
Appenzeller, thank you, dude.
That's who you start. You go with Cam Appenzeller.
Don't tell him I messed up his last name. I totally forgot.
And then from there, you decide who you need to go with to finish off that game. Game 2.
Before we get into game 2, we got way more. 1, how's Mac? Because I don't know that. 2, how's Reese Chapman? We got some injury situations going into this regional that I need to make sure we understand where we're at. Because Reese Chapman is a massive piece of this offense that was coming around at the right time and gets smacked with an accidental line drive in the face, broke his jaw or something.
I agree, but I'm also going to say this. Trent Grinlinger stepped up big time in his place.
I agree, but Trent Grinlinger's already in the lineup. That wasn't like he was already a DH.
Fair point. Yeah, fair point.
So, Manny Marin, great. Who would have been? Is it Jay Abernathy? Who took up that spot?
Jay Abernathy probably took up the spot in the field, and Grinlinger was the bat.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I would say. But
I heard. I think Reese Chapman is going to be there. I just don't know if I have confirmation. But I do think. I think that was the whole reason why he went home early in the SEC tournament was to get home, get healthy, and get ready for this regional. Feather in my cap. I'm calling for Appenzeller to start game 1. I like this guy. They are starting a lefty. You're going to rake. Then you go Kuhns. Then Blanco if you're in a must games. I think this is it. Because you've got to have Kuhns against North Carolina. I'm 100%. Sorry, and I understand that kind of sounds like we're counting out, but like if you don't win game 1, it doesn't matter anyways, in my opinion. If you can have Coons ready to go for North Carolina, you have a chance to make some noise in this regional. And for Tennessee in the season they've had, dude, if they make a super, that's a win. I hate to sound like that. I know we've been to the World Series like 10 times in the last 4 years. That's a joke. I get it. But, like, dude, if they can make a super out of this regional, that is a massive win. I think the way you got to do it is you got to get 5 innings out of Appenziller. You got to get 5. And then you better hope that your offense has you up by, like, 5 runs by that point. And then you finish that game because we all know how hard it is for our freaking bullpen to finish a game. So you got to finish that one. And then you got to have Coons go 7. You got to have Coons go 7 against North Carolina and then have Arvidsson finish that game for you. And then, yeah, you're in a really good spot at that point, even if you don't have any other pitching left. But, yes, you would have Blanco, Evan Blanco to finish off for you, and you're just going to have to hope that his inconsistency disappears for this weekend. You're going to have you're going to have your best stuff. Mm-hmm. I don't think I see this team, even if they make it out of this, they probably have A&M. Who else is it? USC?
Maybe.
But A&M's the top seed, right? I mean,
believe it or not, I've seen a lot of love for Lamar, the 4 seed, to come out of this regional.
You were drunk. Get out of here.
No. I'm not the one saying this.
Oh, it sounds like you're the one saying it right now on camera, recorded.
Yeah, I am based off of other people what I've seen.
Lamar, the 4 seed. I like it though. It's baseball. It can happen.
I think it's going to be either A&M or USC out of this region.
I will say
more than likely A&M.
But I like the what's Texas A&M's overall seed?
They're the 12. They're the 12 overall seed.
I don't mind that super matchup. I don't mind the super.
Either.
I'm actually, if we can come out of this regional, I feel better about the super than I do about the regional. I know that sounds dumb because I just said if we get out of the,
I know agree.
But if I'm looking ahead and saying, dang, if we're good enough to beat North Carolina, probably twice, by the way, but if we're good enough to beat North Carolina and get out of that regional, and then we're having to face one of the teams in, I feel like all 3 teams in our region are better than those teams.
Yes,
so
I completely agree. That's why I'm so nervous about this Chapel Hill regional.
Yeah.
Because
I'm nervous.
All of these teams are tough.
I'm nervous.
So if you come out of this regional, I feel good about your supers.
I'll tell you what, if we come out of this regional, I will try to get my boy Peyton on the show to do his final, or not final, but his famous one-word saying. Even before the supers. That's what I'm going to do. You know what I'm talking about. Check. Green 18. Omaha! Yeah! That's what I'm talking about, baby. Hey, come on now.
Yeah, I hope you got some connections to make that happen because I sure don't.
I don't. My middle name's Peyton. I'm going to hope that works. But I don't think his manager's going to like that. But, hey, if we get some more viewers, maybe they can give us a good word.
Yeah.
See, I just need 5 seconds. It's like a cameo in a movie, bro. I just need 5 seconds. Come on here, say it, because I don't want to use that clip that everybody uses, man. I don't want to use that freaking. I'll do what I have to do. All right, it is what it is.
Shout out, by the way, to the viewers on the YouTube side of things as we eclipsed the 600 subscriber mark this past week. So still moving on up there, but no, I mean, Tennessee is going to have a very tough time in this regional, and if you come out of it, I consider that a success. But while we're looking at this, let's just take a look at the rest of the matchup so far. As wow, UCLA, number 1 overall seed, they get St. Mary's, and Virginia Tech has got to go all the way across the country to play in Los Angeles.
All right, Vandy Chris is just bitter because Vanderbilt didn't make it in, but he has North Carolina winning the Natty. What a weirdo.
I will say the Florida take, if you had asked me midway through the SEC season, I would say you are crazy. But Florida is really hot as of late.
And to be fair, this ain't a wrong take because I don't think we're getting out of the regional.
No, I don't.
Everything we're saying strictly hypothetical if we were to make it through.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be tough. We've got the bats.
The fact
we do not have the starting pitching to win a regional.
I agree.
We got starting pitching for 2 games. Maybe.
The fact that we said for Tennessee to win it, it has to be done this way means it's probably not going to happen that way.
Exactly.
Like it's not. So I mean, and Tennessee just doesn't have many other variables they can go. And yeah. So no, I agree with you, Vinny, Chris. Unfortunately, but we're allowed to talk and imagine on the show. Just close your eyes and listen. Okay, it's fine.
The
All right,
Atlanta
UCLA.
regional,
Yes, go ahead.
yeah,
Atlanta,
the Atlanta regional,
Georgia Tech, tough team by the way.
UIC, Oklahoma, the Citadel. I think Georgia Tech rolls through this regional. I also think UCLA rolls through the Los Angeles.
If I got to look ahead for my team's best chances to win it all, Boomer Sooner, baby. All right.
No.
Yeah, they're not going to, but I don't want Georgia Tech to win it. God, they're a good team. They're a good team.
West Virginia, Binghamton, Wake Forest, and Kentucky. This is not the Wake Forest of the last couple of years. I think West Virginia will slide through this. They will slide through this regional, no problem. We're winning the Natty until we don't.
Yeah, shut up.
That's what I'm going to
shut
say.
Up. That's rude, but I would say it.
That's what I'm going to say when we're playing. Right now, no, I'm not saying that.
Hey.
No, Kansas, Northeastern, Arkansas, and Missouri State. You want to talk about a regional where literally any one of these teams can come out?
No, horse crap.
This is the regional.
Arkansas is winning.
This is the regional where any team can come out.
Northeastern is not. What?
No, 100%. Any team.
You're
can
smoking
come out
something. I don't know what it is, but it's something I ain't got. I can promise you that. Arkansas is winning that one.
Southern Miss, Little Rock, Virginia, and Jacksonville.
Southern Miss got a cakewalk, brother.
I would have to agree with that. I think Southern Miss comes out of this one
easily.
Florida State, St. John's, Coastal Carolina, and NIU. How do you think Florida State feels drawing Coastal Carolina, who arguably could have been a host site?
That's when I seen Coastal, I was like, yeah, that's gonna be a tough one. Coastal could come out of that one.
Give me Coastal.
I was gonna say Coastal, and I think St. John might even win a game before they get tossed. But Coastal.
That's also a very tough region.
Oh man, Florida,
Ryder, Miami, and Troy. I think Florida comes out of this one, but that's going to be a very exciting.
I just overlooked Jackson
matchup.
State. I'm sorry, I just overlooked Jacksonville State.
Yeah, Florida,
but
Miami is going to be very, very.
I love that you did the all caps there, but can you scroll back up again? Yeah, Southern Miss is going to win that. I'm sorry. All right.
You're just trying to trigger.
Well, that's going to get clipped up when Jacksonville State actually wins it, and that's fine. But by God, I'm doing it for the views. All right, here we go.
Alabama State, USC Upstate, and Oklahoma State. I feel like Alabama's probably coming out of this regional here, but Oklahoma State can give them some problems.
But they're bipolar. It's weird.
Very.
I will say this. I think Alabama has the best player in the league.
And what's his name?
You know his name.
Is that LeBron or whatever?
LeBron. Yeah, I think
he didn't play well against us though.
Well, I mean, we're Tennessee, brother. But anyways, no, is it Justin LeBron?
Justin LeBron, yeah.
Justin LeBron, he's a solid player.
I think so.
He's a dog,
yeah.
and when he's hot, man, there's not a lot of people defensively and offensively, just the whole package and what he brings to the table, man. I think he's one of the best teams. Yeah, I think he's one of the best players in the league.
Of course, we've looked at our regional quite a bit.
I think North Carolina's pretty pissed off about getting East Carolina, Tennessee. I do. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Texas,
Holy Cross, UCSB, and Tarleton State.
What?
Texas.
What? Where was Rhonda's comment earlier? Rhonda said, "Did you see?" Yep, there it is. Did you give me a break? Yeah, because even if they win that one, you got the Eugene one that they match up with in the Supers.
Yeah, Oregon, Yale, Oregon State, Washington State.
Bro, they just give them $1. Just give them a ticket at this point. I mean, why are they even having to play the games?
Yeah, Texas
I'm a little
A&M,
butthurt. It is what it is.
Texas A&M, Lamar, USC, Texas State. I think A&M comes out of that regional. Now this regional, Nebraska, South Dakota State, Ole Miss, and Arizona State. I think there's 3 different teams that could come out of this regional.
What's that?
Nebraska, Ole Miss, and Arizona State. I think any of those 3 could come out of this regional, but I'm actually going to go with Ole Miss coming out of this one.
Don't say the A word. What did I say earlier? Matt said don't say the A word.
Was it Alabama?
I didn't say that, did I?
I don't know.
I didn't say that. I would never say RT unless I'm making fun of them. Like Row Tide. ROW, get whatever. It's fine. Whatever. Lincoln, you got Nebraska, Ole Miss, Arizona State. You mentioned that. That is kind of tough. I feel bad for South Dakota State. All right.
I think Ole Miss is coming out of that one.
Yeah. I think I got to agree with you on that one. Mississippi State.
Lipscomb, Cincinnati, and Louisiana. Don't overlook Lipscomb. But I think Mississippi State comes out of that region.
Every time y'all tell me to not overlook a team, and it's like literally the worst team, I feel. No, Lipscomb's just there. Congratulations. Give me the Raging Cajuns, okay? Auburn. NC State?
I think Auburn rolls in this regional.
Whatever. That's fine. Georgia, though. Hey, tip my cap to Georgia. Okay? They were like the worst baseball program for like the last 3 years. Turn around. Have one of the best years they've had ever. And now they're hosting a regional. We'll host a super unless they choke to Liberty. I mean, there's no way they don't win this.
I do have to say one thing, though. So I hear all these people talking about, it feels like 08, whenever Georgia made the College World Series. Do people know what happened in 08 when Fresno State beat them in the College World Series? Why do you want it to feel like 08?
You know what? I'm just gonna shut up. Everybody's on me right now, bro. I was like in a good mood, and then like now I'm getting told that like Justin LeBron's not even that good, and like whatever, bro. Brody Johnson is good. I ain't even gonna lie. Like that guy is pretty good. But like, who does he play for? I'm joking. He's good. It doesn't matter who you play for. Oregon's coming out of that region. It's a shocker. Ole Miss wins at Lincoln. I think we agree with that. Yeah, I know you called that. You immediately were on top of that. Let's see. Last time Lipscomb went to start, well, they lost. That's what I'm saying, bro. There's no shot. There's no shot, man. Hey, kudos to Lipscomb, though. I actually know some people that go there. They're not going to win. UCF wins the Auburn Regional. I feel like that would be some bad blood.
Was it Gus Malzahn?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It would be some bad blood types. That's the Gus Malzahn bowl right there. Anyways, all right. Boys got to get it done. If they make it out of the regional, I'm buying my T-shirt. Omaha.
I think I might agree with you on that one.
I'm telling you, bro. And I would actually be more butthurt if we made it out of our regional and then lost the super than if we just lost the regional.
I agree.
I swear, bro.
I'm
gonna be pissed at this team if they do that. But it's fine. It's gonna be fun, man. What a week we got in store for us in the spring sports. Enjoy it, man. It's gonna be by before we know it. I know some of y'all are like, man, I'm ready for it to be over because that means we're closer to football season. But like me, I'm just enjoying the fact that we're competitive. We're in the postseason in these. I remember not too long ago when we weren't competitive in these sports. Now, softball has always been pretty daggum good, so I'm going to give them their kudos. This baseball team 7-8 years ago, before Tony V obviously got here, we were that South Carolina of baseball. I mean, we were literally last place. I remember the SEC tournament actually used to be only 12 teams in the 14-team format, and we would miss the SEC tournament. I remember those days. Mm-hmm. It sucked. So the fact that now you got these teams out here, they're balling. And honestly, in my opinion, they help me in the football offseason because they're shortening that offseason. I have something to look forward to on the weekends right now when back in the day we didn't have that. So let's stay behind these gals. Let's stay behind these guys and root them, show up. Even if it's not home, we need to travel. Be there in Oklahoma City. I know we got a lot of people there. So be there in Oklahoma City. Be there. I mean, North Carolina's not even that far away. Take that 3-hour hike, whatever it is, to wherever they are, Chapel Hill, and show up, be there, and let's root on the Big Orange, and enjoy the last few weeks in Nike.
That's right. Yeah, because Nike comes out in just
July
a little
1st.
Over a month.
I was besides it's the first week of July, so cannot wait for that reveal. It's like they're doing like a whole week-long thing, by the way. Cannot wait.
I can't wait for that. But
I was told that we're actually going from the Pantone 151C to a peach.
And we're off the air. So.
No, everybody's freaking out. We have a freshman on the basketball team, and he shared a picture of his shoes, and they were like orange, but then like the top of them was like a highlighted orange, and it almost looked like a peachy, like a coral color. And everybody was like, "Oh heck no!" And I'm like, "Dude, if y'all think that's art, there's no way. Like, get out of here." So, but you know how Vol Twitter is, man. And it's fine.
Yeah.
Anyways, Lady Vols, let's go get it. Go Lady Vols. That's what I'm talking about. It's gonna be a good one. Gonna be a good week. I do cheer for the softball team since we don't have one. That is the way. Vandy Chris, don't lie to yourself. Even when y'all get a softball team, you're gonna be like, man, them Lady Vols, they're pretty good. No. The Golden Broom Podcast. Dude, we appreciate you so much being here. We did our regional preview last night. You should check it out. We had a good time, and we'll definitely do that. Thank you for tuning in, being here with us. Means a lot. Thank you so much, Rhonda. Love baseball. All right, we got one more segment to talk about. And hang on, who asked it? They were like, what is that? Was it Matt? That was like, what was that when you did that little video thing? I can't remember. I can't find the freaking video.
Yeah, I didn't realize that it was gonna play as soon as I uploaded like to here. So.
Yeah, there you go. He said, what was that? Well, Matt, let me tell you what that was. Michael, you want to cue it up? Let's go.
Yeah, let's get it.
Our segment 3 sponsor.
At Bowie Heating & Air, we offer 24/7 HVAC services for all your residential, commercial, and new construction applications. Guys, when your home feels off and the comfort's not there, do yourself a favor and call Bowie's Heating & Air.
Don't think I could have said it much better myself, so I'm so glad he sent us the video because now I don't have to sit there and read it off. So our segment 3 sponsor is Bowie's Heating & Air. And guys, if your comfort is not there inside, definitely give them a call and have them come out and take a look at it. Love that company, man. Known them for a while, really since he got going, since he got started. And he mentioned, I kind of told him, I was like, man, I think we got an opening. And he was like, I want it. And I was like, I didn't even tell you the price. He's like, I want it. I was like, yes, sir. You got it, dog. So just appreciate him and his trust and belief in us to get his name out there. So if you're in the Knoxville area, need anything like that, give him a call. Love that team.
You know what's going to happen now, don't you?
What's that?
So now that we've played this,
he said real
ad,
dudes. I like it.
Now that we've played this ad for Bowie's, Leanne and Chris and Sal, they're going to be like, hold up,
dude.
Let's get a video.
I'm telling you,
we could play it on here, and we would be glad to do that.
That's right.
So,
yeah, see, Vandy Chris knows the struggle. Like StreamYard be like that sometimes. Dude, any of these, we tried StreamYard, we tried Streamlabs, we tried, I don't know, we're on EV Mux right now, I think, but like I think that was the hardest part, was just getting started, trying that software that we finally liked. Me, I was like a gamer, so like me, I'm like, yeah, Streamlabs is where it's at, dude. This is what we do, and
we started off on we started off on Riverside, and that's whenever
I remember that watermark being on
we were just doing the video.
Yeah,
it was going to be an insane amount to be able to have these graphics and stuff. So Skylar was
that's
like,
right.
Hey, what about moving over to Streamlabs? So
I'm telling you, man. But now we
that
have
for a little, did that for a little bit. But
I feel like you ever watched? Is it Anchorman? No. What's the Ron Burgundy movie? Is it Anchorman?
I think so.
Anchorman. I feel like that movie, when they're just flipping out about graphics on the screen, they're like, more graphics, like to the point to where you couldn't even see the news anchor. They were like, yeah, more, throw it up. Like that's me when we're on this show. I'm just like, yeah, throw it up there. Like we need more. So, but no, man, it's fun. It's cool having the community support us as well. This is awesome. And I do make sure that I only get people that are local in the area that can obviously take care of the folks that, I mean, I've got all these people on text message basis. So if you ever need anything, just holler at us.
Oh, Rhonda, I am so glad that Rhonda brought this up because we got to give a shout out as well that we did not even do. So
yeah, that's my fault.
So the community,
how did you know that, Rhonda?
Queens, they won softball. They won the 2A state championship on Saturday, the first one ever. So huge congratulations to community. You know,
hang on, no. Give her roses because I don't want you to like. This is awesome.
Yes,
don't spin it and say as well. But no. This is awesome.
No. They're not too far up the road from us.
Yep.
You know the community high school.
Yeah.
What are they around? Unionville. So they're just south of Eagleville. About 30 minutes from here.
Did they play it in Murfreesboro or did they have like a host site that they won this at?
I'm assuming it was at. So I think softball plays at
Like sometimes they play at
McKnight.
MTSU or something like that.
So normally softball plays at like McKnight Sporting Complex, and then there's one other one. They don't actually play at MTSU. They don't really play at one of those complexes. But due to all the weather and everything like that, I know things were moved around. So I'm not sure exactly where this was played. But no, huge shout out to community. And honestly, Rhonda, thank you for bringing that up. I didn't even know that they had won it. But yeah, community won. And then we will roll it over to the other side where Richland, Skylar Stomping Grounds.
So proud.
Richland ended up winning state, knocking off the 3-time defending state title holders in Eagleville. That game was played at Riverdale due to them trying to get all the games in on Saturday. Actually, that was on Friday.
Yeah.
Whenever that happened. Trying to get all the games in because of the weather.
Game. That was awesome. Richland Raiders, man. Raider Nation showed out. It was crazy. Just like community, it was our first ever. I mean, we had been there. I think we've gone to the championship game, I think 3 times in the history of our school and never won it. I think we've only gone to the state championship, like the state tournament, only 8 times, I believe. But yeah, they finally got it done against Eagleville, man. And they had like the weather delay. It was like a 4.5 hour delay in the championship game. We were losing 5-3 at that point. All of our parents and players were kind of pissed because like our defense had to play in the rain and they didn't. So we were kind of like, this really ain't that fair. And very much so, 2 of the runs that they scored was like directly due to the weather before they called it. But them to be able to come together, and after that rain delay, I think we scored like 7 runs after that and only gave up 1. We went 7-6 or something like that, or 12-6. Just a dominant performance right after the rain delay. Much like, if I could compare it, the way Tennessee came out against Oklahoma after the rain delayed game in Game 2. And Tennessee just absolutely throttled them in the last 3 innings. Exactly the way Richland did to Eagleville after and they got it done, man. It was awesome. I'm like a proud dad, even though it's only been like 8 years since I was on the team. But like, it's cool, man. To knock it off. And for Richland, this is their 2nd state title this year.
Yeah,
the Lady Raiders basketball.
You had the girls basketball.
Won it all this year. Chad Hall, just a legendary coach, and then the Raiders baseball team. Man, our little community in Linville is just loud and proud. I kid you not, I graduated with a class of like 82 people. So this is like the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, and it's crazy that before these 2 state titles this year, there'd only been 2 state titles in school history. Before then, one was the softball team back in 1978, whenever the school opened. The other one was back in 2013 when softball won state title. Obviously, the cheerleading squad has won multiple state titles. I don't want to discount those at all, but obviously, the main sports that everybody counts is going to be football, girls and boys basketball, softball, and baseball.
Look at that. And Vandy even knew it. Vandy Chris even knew it.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, Vandy Chris. So I want to give a shout out to Vandy Chris. So he's talked to him a little bit off stream. He's actually from the Columbia area, so he's around our area as well. And he actually is the host.
Soda pop, baby.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was
he's actually the host of that Golden Broom podcast that they commented on here earlier. So Vandy Chris definitely knows his stuff as well. But no, it was just a.
Corners will have their run. Let Richland have theirs, okay? That's the Battle of Beaufort Station. You better watch it. You're gonna be hurting old feelings over here. You're gonna be. No, I'm joking.
Hey, I will say I was very blessed to be a part of a team that made the state tournament at Cornersville. Right. We did not win the title, but we had a fantastic pitcher. I know Skylar knows his name, David Looney.
He's the one that put us out in regionals.
He carried us there. That's for sure.
That dude is a dog.
Yeah. But no, I was blessed to be a part of it.
I want you to say that one more time because
we 100% got carried by him because after him, no, we didn't have any pitching.
No, man. I remember being a freshman and we were down by like 1 run with 2 outs. I think the bases were juiced and coach is like, Skylar, pinch hit. Sir, I'm sorry. I just middle school. I faced 52 miles an hour fastballs, and you want me to go against David Looney as a freshman? Yes, sir, coach. I fouled a ball off, and I was like the most happy kid in the world, and I absolutely let my team down. We lost, but it's fine. That was about all I could do as a freshman. It's fine. So, but no. All right. That was awesome. Congrats to community again. Congrats to the Richland Raiders. That is, it's cool. Obviously, in Tennessee high school sports, man, I do feel like there's like this dilemma of, I feel like you have the top dogs, and there's no room. Like the Alcoas of the world. There's so many other the Anderson counties in 4A, which Alcoa and Anderson County. They're who's the team that Giles County always ends up having to play, and their football. Like there's like a couple of high schools.
It used to be Alcoa before Alcoa moved up.
Right.
You also had Greenville there for a long time. That was just dominant in the sport. You had
Vandy Chris, while we're thinking about this, I actually did play Ryan Weathers. Yes, my junior year.
Yep, I played against Ryan my senior year.
Loretta
actually.
So the reason why David Looney beats Ryan Weathers in my book is because I was a freshman, wasn't even an everyday starter, and then I had to face like mid to upper 80s. Ryan Weathers, we went into the game knowing that dude pitched about 93 miles an hour in high school, and I actually got a hit off Ryan Weathers. So
I never did have to.
Your boy was good, okay? I'm just saying, like I should have went pro, but I
never did have to face off against Weathers because my senior year, we played Loretta in the regional semis.
Yeah,
and they decided not to pitch Weathers and pitched Laws. I cannot remember his first name, but I know you know who I'm talking about.
Yes.
He was not bad either.
He got overshadowed by Ryan, but he was good. Well, he was always the ones we ended up having to face because they never pitched Ryan unless it was a meaningful game.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But fun fact, do you know another member of that team that was overshadowed by both Laws and Ryan Weathers?
Was it the catcher or was Laws the catcher? There was a catcher on that team.
No, this is another pitcher.
Oh, another pitcher. Dude, I don't know. I mean, Loretta's stacked.
Blade Tidwell.
Oh, yeah, I knew that.
God
darn, I knew that. Man, don't make me look bad again. I'm gonna pinch your ear. No,
we're getting way off topic.
One last, if I can say, absolute dog of a player that I played with and against, but Giles County. Oh God, the name's losing me. This is terrible for radio. He went the second round, drafted. Thank you, Ben Peoples. I actually played like 2 or 3 years with him for like rec ball all-stars. And then in high school, he went to Giles County. I went to Richland, played against him. He absolutely hit a home run on me. I'm not proud of it, but not ashamed to admit it.
I played against him as well. Played against Kavaris Tears.
Yep. So, no, we played our fair share of top talent. Yeah, Ben Peoples getting drafted in the second round out of high school blew my mind because I knew he was good, but I didn't think he was that good. And that is not a diss to him. I just didn't realize that like all the work he was putting in outside of just the game itself, because I wasn't doing any of that. I was just like, okay, I'm on the same team as him. We must be no, buddy. That dude was a dog, different level. And when you can pitch 93, your boy was sitting about 71. There's a reason why he went in the second round, and I'm talking about it. All right, here we go.
Yep, 100%.
Jacob Laws.
Thank you. Yes.
Jacob Laws. So, yep. All right, we got to talk about football real quick.
But before we get into this topic, Skylar,
yes.
Do you know what Thursday is?
Why do you do this to me? Thursday is a great day, by the way.
Why is it a great day? We've already talked about one thing. Obviously.
Well, I mean, the World Series
Women's College World Series starts.
World Series is starting. I'm trying to think. For me personally, I get to go on like a little mini vacation, but it's going to be a lot of work, so it's not going to be a mini vacation. But I get to act like it's a mini vacation. I get to go ride a houseboat. I actually get to captain it. Pretty happy about that. What else is Thursday? Thursday is the 28th.
May the 28th.
Is that your birthday?
Thursday is officially 100 days until college football.
Oh, I'm drunk.
At least Tennessee football, that is.
I'm getting turned.
Yeah,
I'm going to do. So what I'm doing is 100 shots for 100 days. No, I'm joking. And I'll do 99 shots the next day. No.
The countdown is on now, and
before Friday.
That's exactly right, man.
That's right.
But no, it's 100 days until Tennessee football starts, and to help celebrate that, what we're going to be doing is each day during this countdown to Tennessee football, we're going to have a short on all of our social media, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, all of that. We're going to have a short that corresponds with each day. And I'll go ahead and give y'all a spoiler alert. Thursday's clip is going to be Evan Berry's 100-yard interception return in the 2016 Outback Bowl against Northwestern.
Them Berry boys, pretty good at ball, I was told. Pretty solid.
are.
One of the best I've ever seen. But anywho's, I'm really looking forward to that. You sent me the list and how you've got like all of them scheduled to go out. I'm just like, you are an animal. Like there is.
I've already got like 2 weeks worth of those clips already scheduled out. So.
For the ones that listen and watch us live, I genuinely love you guys. I love that y'all come here and y'all spend y'all's evening with us when you could be doing anything else. If y'all have a moment to go look at some of the clips that this man has posted lately on like the Facebook, the amount of views and likes that they're getting is stupid. He'll post a clip like Carlin Pickens getting the shutout, she come in and got the shutdown victory.
Yep.
I think that's got like well over 1,000 likes, maybe even over 3,000 likes at this point, and like the views are just astronomical. I mean, 100,000 views easily, and it's just amazing what you're doing with the page and how that is in turn going to keep growing us here. But without a doubt, you guys hold a special place in my heart because it's a lot more personable, and we can actually have a relationship. We can grow. We can talk to each other just like we have been. But it's cool to see the outreach that those posts are getting. It's pretty insane. So definitely check it out.
Absolutely. So let's get into this topic because we are going just a little bit longer than what we originally planned.
It's your fault,
tonight, but it is. We just like to talk. But the 5 hardest games on Tennessee's schedule this year. Take this how you want, as far as who you think the hardest opponent is going to be by the time you play them. Site location.
Can I go through I'm gonna go through the matchup. I'm gonna go through the schedule.
Yep.
All right. Furman, Georgia Tech, Kennesaw State, Texas, Auburn, Arkansas, Alabama, South Carolina, Kentucky, LSU, Vanderbilt.
You skipped over Texas A&M. Kentucky, Texas A&M, LSU, then Vanderbilt.
Week 11?
Why
is that not
Week 11 or 12. It's November the 14th.
Yeah, it's before LSU. It's literally not in the – what in the world? I'm like, I just Googled whatever. All right, yeah. So A&M before LSU, fair enough. That's at A&M. Why in the world? Literally is just not there. That's wild. Okay. Anyways, thank you for that catch. Appreciate that. So, with that being said, your top 5, are we doing this 1 through 5? Is it any order? Is it like one's the hardest game?
So, 1 is going to be the hardest.
Okay.
We'll go let's do this one in hardest to least hardest. So, we'll go 1 to 5 instead of 5 to 1.
I like this. Okay. You want me to go first?
Go ahead and go first.
Hot take, number 1 at Texas A&M.
I don't think that's a hot take because that was going to be my number 1 as well because it is on the road.
It's at Texas A&M, dude.
Yes, it's at Texas A&M. It's going to be such a hard game.
You're either like my worst case scenario is you're already beat up. You maybe didn't pull one out against Alabama. You lost to Texas. The dreams are not there, and then you're going to go play an A&M team that's red hot and just get mollywopped. I mean, that's like my biggest fear. So yeah, I think at A&M's the toughest game of our schedule.
Yep, completely agree with you there.
I don't even think they're the best team. I just think it's the toughest game. There's a difference. There is a difference.
There is a big difference.
So,
number 2.
Yeah, hit me.
Number 2, I am going Texas. You get them at home. It's going to be your first SEC game of the season on September the 26th.
Yep.
And Texas is going to be tough this year.
Yeah.
Now, I think Arch Manning. Yeah, Arch Manning is going to be a lot better this season. He's got a lot of weapons around him. Is Texas still going to be there at the end of the season? I don't know, but you're getting them early on.
Okay.
So Texas number 2.
I don't like this segment. Is your number 3 by chance LSU?
Nope.
So it is Alabama.
Yep.
I knew it was Alabama. I just wanted to change it. Anyways, no, okay, that was my number 2 as well. Just to be different from you, I'm gonna go LSU 3. Just because I don't think they're as good of a team as Alabama will be, but I do think all the antics that come with the off the field topics, discussions, stuff like that will play a key role into how difficult the actual game could be, because we're not going to be focused. We will be focused. That's Josh Heupel's job. But I'm just saying there's a lot more than just the game when it comes up to when Lane Kiffin comes into Neyland. And our crowd's going to be stupid. I don't think I've really seen security be that hardcore at Neyland. If I'm being honest, you could probably just walk in with a pint of alcohol as long as you hide it really well. Just throwing it out there. If people been there, they understand what I'm saying.
Do you know this from experience?
No. Not me. I've absolutely watched people do it. And I'm just like, wow, they didn't even check. Okay, cool. But yeah, people find ways. Okay. One thing I've learned in life, people find a way. And whatever. As long as you're not being an idiot and, hurting other people, whatever, do you, boo? But yeah, I think security gonna be top notch in that game. I think, by God, if you come in with a straw for your drink, it's gone. It's not going in the gate.
Yeah, no mustard bottles, no golf balls, nothing like that coming in.
Yep. But anyways, I think I'm gonna go LSU my 3.
My 3 is gonna be Alabama. I think that Alabama is gonna be a very tough team this year.
I agree.
Obviously, I think that they can make another college football playoff. But with it being in Knoxville, Tennessee does have a better chance in this game. I mean, you've won the last 2 that are in Knoxville, but it's still going to be a tough game regardless.
I love this matchup in the sense that you're getting 2 new quarterbacks regardless. Mm-hmm. I love that. Yeah, I think both wide receiver cores are just immaculate.
Both defenses are going to be stout this year.
I think I was a year early on my defense prediction last year. I thought we were going to be really good. I really had a great reason to believe that we were going to be really good.
Yep.
Didn't work out. But this year, there's no reason. There is absolutely no reason why we're not one of the best defenses we've ever had under Josh Heupel. I understand we can make the excuse that it's, first-year defense coordinator. I don't care. When you've got as strong of a linebacker group that you got as strong as a defensive backs group that you have this year, and the new guys that you brought in, and the returners that you have, there's no reason that we're not solid. Probably one of the best back sevens we've ever had. So, all right, number 4. That's your LSU?
Number 4, that's where I'm going to have LSU for all the reasons that you already stated. It's going to be more about the off-the-field type stuff with Lane Kiffin coming back into town. But
I do think of the teams, this is the easier team that you may be playing against.
Maybe. It's all going to depend on how they all come together with what's his name at quarterback. Came over from Arizona State.
It ain't Sorsby. It's
it's the same guy that came. Sam
Leavitt.
Sam Leavitt. Yes. Yeah, it's all going to depend on how Sam Leavitt does, how the rest of the team kind of buys in.
Don't feel like that dude's that good.
I would venture to agree with you. But
he drops 405 touchdowns against us.
100%. But no, LSU, I do think is going to be a tough opponent coming into Knoxville. But
you want to know a dream scenario?
They are coming into Knoxville. What's that?
Tristan Keys ends up being like our number 3 best wide receiver somehow, as a true freshman, and then he just has like a dumb game, like 150
awesome.
yards, maybe 2 touchdowns. Not like Jalen Hyatt-esque. Nobody's gonna do that.
No. We're going Jalen Hyatt numbers. He's got 250 yards receiving.
I don't want to take away from Jalen Hyatt, bro. Like no, that boy my dog, bro. No, I'm just saying it would be kind of cool to take their recruit that literally committed to LSU. We got him to flip. And then if he could have like the best game of his career as a freshman or season, because he's gonna have better games, but that would be awesome. That would be a dream scenario. All right, so my number 5.
Because your number 4 is Alabama, right?
Yeah.
This is gonna be the intriguing part.
I will show you. My number 3 was Alabama, but I don't like this segment. Yeah, I cannot believe we did this. This is really, but this is how I felt like this was gonna go. When you said Texas A&M was your number 1, I'm like, oh, okay, we did this. Like this is how it's gonna go. Okay. This
is gonna be the interesting part. Is where are we gonna put Who are we going to put at number 5?
Georgia Tech.
Really? Georgia Tech?
Yes. Georgia Tech. And I think you're probably going to go Auburn here, if I had to guess.
Maybe.
It's Auburn, ain't it?
Maybe.
But I get it. The storylines with Auburn, but like to me, Georgia Tech's just a tougher game. It's the first one. Georgia Tech's a scrappy team. They won't have King. Thank God. Because I would probably have to predict a loss there if we were having to play Haynes King. But no, I think that's just going to be a tough, scrappy game. Kind of like we opened up Georgia Tech with, was it Tyler Bray? Who did we play? We played Georgia Tech with, I think it was Cordell Patterson. No,
we played Georgia Tech with Garantano, I think.
Was it? Yes, we did.
It was during the
Pruitt
Pruitt years.
I think it's going to be a scrappy game, kind of like that, man. I think Georgia Tech's just going to be tough. And the fact that we're getting them in game 2, they're not going to know if they're bad or good or not. So they're just going to, try to match up with us and play play for play. And that's going to be a tough game. That's going to be an underrated tough game for Tennessee, man. They're going to have to go take care of business. And because, dude, if they don't win against Georgia Tech, I hope we got enough money for a buyout. It's gonna be It's gonna be a long one. I'm just being honest. It's gonna be a long one. Anyways, go ahead, say Auburn because
I think Georgia Tech will still be tough, but they're not going to be as tough this year as they were last year with Haynes
I agree.
King. Honestly, I was kind of torn with some of these teams
Arkansas
here because
Arkansas.
Wait a second.
Don't even. It ain't. I ain't even trying to. But like, could Vanderbilt be it?
No, I was going to. I'm going to go Vanderbilt in this spot
because who knows that their 5-star phenom quarterback.
They have the established head coach right now.
The 6'3" version of Diego Pavia.
Yeah, I mean they've got the established head coach. They've still got a lot of core pieces of that team. Obviously, you're without Diego Pavia now. You're without the tight end. I forget what his name is now, but you do have Jared Curtis. It's probably going to be the quarterback. You've got some talent on that team. I don't think they're going to be near as good, but that game is going to be in Nashville or Neyland West, whatever you like to call it. I could have absolutely said Auburn because I think that Alex Golesh is going to have Auburn rolling.
But translation, he had Auburn, but he was mad that I guessed it, and so he changed it last minute. That's what he did.
Maybe. No, and honestly, I don't see Kentucky winning, but watch out for Kentucky being.
Kentucky scares me just because. Kentucky scares me just because it's different.
They're gonna actually have offense now.
Like, the only other times Kentucky scared me is if their quarterback was hurt. Because then I'm like, oh, crap, they're about to scrap together a wide receiver as a quarterback, and he's about to drop bombs on us or whatever. But, like, if a healthy Kentucky came in under Mark Stoops, I was like, we're winning by 40.
Arkansas and South Carolina,
they don't move the needle for me.
They're both on the road, which is the only thing that moves the needle. Here's why Arkansas does not move the needle any more than just them being on the road. It's because they've got the absolute worst hire that they could have possibly gotten.
They lost all the potential talent that they had.
Yes. So Arkansas does not move the needle whatsoever for me. South Carolina, they've still got Shane Beamer as the head coach. So I am not worried about that game.
But A&M, without a doubt, in my opinion, the toughest game for the Tennessee Vols this year.
Now, toughest team that Tennessee will play this season. Because I don't think Texas A&M is going to be the toughest team.
It's Texas, bro. It's Texas. When you're going to have to one-to-one man, that wide receiver core that they have with Arch Manning is video game bullcrap.
Yeah,
you hope to have a 97 overall player on your team and, an ultimate team. Like, yeah, you got a dog. Texas, like, that's cute. I got like a 99.
97.
Oh, my bad. They got a 98 in the slot. My fault.
Yeah.
like I'm just like, it is ridiculous the way they stack talent this year on the offense. I don't really care about their defense. They're going to be able to outscore most of the opponents they play. That's going to be a tough environment. But I love the fact that we get them at home. So
that's one good thing about this year is
you get a lot of your big games
tough
at home.
games are at home. You got Texas.
It scares me.
Alabama.
Okay, but this scares me not next year, but the year after next is when it flips. Remember, we're in that stupid 4-year rotation now where I'm right. I'm right. So you play
Yes.
You play each team every other year, and then you play So you'd play home, and then you wouldn't play them again until the second year. Does that make sense? Follow me here. This is a lot. So we're playing the other than the 3 teams that your permanent opponents, you then play every team within 2 years, but you don't play them in like a full home and home every other year. So we won't play Texas again until 2028, and we would play them in Austin. That's how that works. Shut up, Siri. I know that for a fact. I do know that for a fact. I remember how they did that.
Let me see. Tennessee. Of course, it's still loading.
I need guys in the comments to kind of help support me here because he does not believe me, and I know for a fact this is true. I know.
No, I believe you.
He does not believe me.
Let's see.
He's only saying that because we're live.
No,
the moment you're
100% correct.
100%.
No, I was just
okay.
I was just trying to verify that.
Don't need to verify, buddy. It's right here. I'm him, and I know it. I'm joking. But yeah, I think that what I'm getting at is it scares me for the 2028 season, man. If we're not stacked and loaded and ready to rock and roll, we're gonna have to go to Texas, to Alabama. No, Alabama would be the exception because we play them every year. So, but we just have to go to Texas, to LSU, to probably Georgia or Florida at that point. So, anyways, I think I lost you, man. You froze up on me. Let's go. I got help. Michael absolutely froze on me, and I'm kind of like stalling here because I don't know what to do because he's my producer. But by God, how are we doing tonight? I'm joking. Anywho's, this is probably going to wrap it up for us because, we did go through our 5 toughest opponents and then our toughest team that we feel like we're going to play this year. But we appreciate you guys sticking with us about an hour and a half in the show. Definitely a lot longer than it was supposed to go. But, again, I cannot reiterate enough what a big week this is for our Vols. So please tune in Thursday. Lady Vols kick off the World Series in Oklahoma City. Be there or at least be watching live with our Lady Vols. Be there to support them. And then also our regional play for baseball is kicking off this weekend as well. And Chapel Hill. Make that trip, especially if we win Game 1. Be there, be loud, be proud against North Carolina. I'm calling my shot. I think North Carolina is going to win Game 1. I don't think that's really calling a shot. They're playing the 4 seed. It is what it is. So be there. Support the Vols, man. We need wins only this weekend, man. I'd love to have wins only this weekend.
Yep. I completely agree with that.
You're talking about like some stress-free games, brother. I mean, they won't be stress-free. We're going to be stressing during the game, but you know how it is. But yeah, froze out on me, buddy. You got anything you would like to say before we wrap this thing up? I was trying to just get everybody out the door.
Yeah. Now, the only other thing I have, so did you see what the SEC voted into place earlier today?
No.
So what has been one of the Big Ten's pet peeves about SEC scheduling?
That we've only had 8 games.
Well, but the other one was a cupcake game at the end of the schedule. SEC
even though their cupcake game was in the beginning of the. I'm not even going to go down that road. It's fine.
SEC has now voted that out, so all of the quote-unquote cupcake games will be at the beginning of the season. All conference games will be in the final, basically the final 9 weeks of the season. So all of your non-conference games will be in the first 3 weeks of the season.
Real quick, I don't understand how the Big Ten has had the SEC by the neck. Because, oh my goodness, it just seems like the SEC is really accommodated for what the Big Ten wants. For what?
The only difference.
For what?
They will not accommodate that 2014 playoff right now. That is one thing that Greg Sankey, he is.
But I feel like that's the Big Ten's fault. The Big Ten only wants the 2014 if they get guaranteed 6 teams in or whatever the number was. I don't know. It's whatever. But to me, Greg Sankey, brother, you are the standard. Alabama and Georgia was the standard. Whatever. LSU a time or two. Florida earlier in the. Why? Why did you have to change anything?
I don't necessarily hate that change, though.
I don't either. But, I mean, as a season ticket holder, it's nice. It's just one more game that we get to sell for a lot of money rather than a little bit of money. Anyways, it's fine. We appreciate everybody being tuned in. It has been fun. And Vinny, Chris, you can use those for backgrounds behind. Wait, what? You can use those for backgrounds behind. What is he talking about? What's he talking about?
No idea.
Use what?
Oh, the green screen. Yeah. You can use a green screen background, but the problem with that is it does use a lot more like internet. So
buddy,
it'll make everything
I got a Dollar
slower.
General. Okay, Dollar General PC, brother. It spazzes out when I have the clock app open while I'm trying to go live here. Okay, like
Well, that's kind of what happened there. Was I was trying to open up the SEC website.
So it's your
for the
fault.
Scheduling. Well, that's why I dropped off, because I opened up the SEC website and it just froze out. So
All right, on Matt. We appreciate you being here, man. We're just goofing off. We have nothing better to do. We appreciate you guys. Thank y'all for being tuned in. Michael, anything in closing?
now just go Big Orange, everybody.
Let's go win some games, boy.